For today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's been one of those. We're recording this on March the 10th, and it's...
Y'all need to stop with the daylight savings time.
The daylight savings time is just stupid.
It has messed our shit
stupid.
up.
Are we the only nation that does this?
Possibly.
What
Which
is it?
Stupid.
America has some amazing things. But for some reason, it will look at other countries and go, that really didn't work too well. Let's try it here.
Because the people shadow running. They want us to be as unsteady as possible, so they do fuckery.
Well, I
like
guess that is true. It's true because again, if they think that they can control as far as people's circadian rhythms and stuff,
like it's supposed to be funny, but it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things, and again with the spiritual attack, and on all kinds of levels, but even that, because that just, it's incredible. But I'm blessed.
Yes,
I'm hoping that people are beginning to see through some of these things. And I will tell you that our bunch has had allergies horribly
already, and it hasn't,
over the weekend.
Spring hasn't even sprung yet.
That, and I have had the fibromyalgia horribly for a couple of days. And it's
been
just
in pain?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always in pain, but it's just a matter of level.
Uh-huh.
And when it's to the point, that if somebody's got some kind of voodoo doll and they sticking pins in it all the damn time. Stop it. Put the poppet down. Leave the mountain goth alone. She's not hurting you.
Right. That's when you do a cord cutting or whatever the fuck. It's like, I don't know who this person is, but I'm cutting ties with it.
I mean, it's not anything like that. It's just some kind of weirdness with the nervous system, and they don't know.
No.
They don't know. But it's like, I will tell you that the tonic water with the quinine can help calm it some. It has worked wonderfully well for me if I drink it on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it works quite well for you, actually.
Because I have that level of stupid that it's like, oh, this works. I'll forget to use that.
You and oldest kid. You and oldest kid.
I don't know why we do that. I don't know. And it's not just me. People will they'll use something will be effective, whether it's lifestyle change or whatever it is, and then they quit, and then it's weird.
Yeah.
That is something I have been pondering. Well, I ponder that lots as far as the human condition.
I think it's like a self-destructive thing.
Well, it goes the Apostle Paul, the things I know to do that I don't do. The things I know not to do that I do.
Yeah. Like, why is that?
I don't know. Well, and that's part of, from a theological perspective, is the fallen condition of humanity, and that we are prone to do sinful things. Sinful simply means to miss the mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's an archery term. People have made everything. It's not that complex if you think about it. We were given a set of rules. Do this, not this. If you do this, things will go pretty good. If you don't do this, things will go pretty bad.
Well, people take, like, missing the mark pretty rough.
Well, that's because that you've had people present it in a pretty rough way. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And that's just one of those that it's... No. That's one of the problems that why we having the problems we having today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And just like talking to husband and within the situation, and I try not to get on that rant because that's a years long thing. I had a whole separate channel for that, and it was just one of those that after 5 years I was just so beat the fuck down on a lot of stuff that I just couldn't continue it. And But when you've got people that are incarcerated, and the ignorance of people going, oh, just throw them in there and throw away the key. All right. If you're one of the ones that believes that, do 30 days in.
Right.
At the end of the 30 days, you come back, you talk to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because people don't realize who is in there, why they're in there. Not everybody that's in there is some kind. They've not all done some heinous something.
No.
And I've heard a lot of people that have huge followings and stuff like that spew some absolute idiocy. But because of these things, they don't know, and they don't know how easily it can happen to them.
Right.
Especially in time of, where we got this lawfare going on.
A lot of people are ignorant, and they want to be offended when they hear that word ignorant, but it's like...
Ignorant means you don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's ignorant on something.
Once again, that's another one that people have just had, like, shoved a horrible connotation to.
Mm-hmm. Now,
almost like a curse word.
Now, around here, there's people that are ignorant, and then there's ignorant. Now, if somebody's ignorant, they ain't know. That's bone deep, and you can't fix that.
Ignorant. That was ignorant.
But anyhow,
they dumb.
We have the drug problem that we're having in this country. It is, I thoroughly believe it is a curse, and it's a plague. And I'm not joking about that at all. I wish it was. Mm-hmm. And in this area, everybody knows somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very true. And so word gets around real fast.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting because when I was doing the college thing and the psychology thing in college and all that, and my area of concentration was actually going to be alcohol and drug counseling. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that was some kind of foreshadowing in my life. Never. And I had people warn me, it's like, you do not want to do that, because it just, as far as people trying to work with addicts, there is a very high burnout rate. Like, we're talking 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Because it will beat you the fuck up. Because you work with somebody and work with them and work with them. And then for them to continue to do the same thing over and over and over.
Which is like, why is that?
Exactly. And it was just like, husband was talking, said that there yesterday, that they had taken one of them out on a stretcher. And I mean, it has gotten...
Do what?
It has gotten down there to where there are people dropping out from fentanyl left and right.
That's crazy.
And he said that, of course, you've got to realize, as far as jail scuttlebutt, prison scuttlebutt, it's all the same thing.
Was he dead?
No. But he's on, from what he has heard, and you always have to take anything like this with a grain of salt until you verify it, and I have no way to verify it, that he was on life support. And at this point, they think that it wasn't fentanyl, that he had got hold of heroin, and that the bleeding from the nose and mouth was because that they had given him Narcan, and that they had called the family in, and I was just honest, and I said, to do what? Watch him die?
Oh,
it's
that's
true. It's true. And that ripple effect, that one person's poor decisions or lack of ability to make proper decisions, and why is that? Mm-hmm. It has a ripple effect, and that it will affect all the other people for the rest of their lives, and then those people will go and they will affect other people for the rest of their lives. Mm-hmm. But you can break the cycle.
You can. Breaking those generational curses.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what it is. To sit there and go, nope, not playing that game. Not playing the game. To go out, get the help. Realize that you got a problem. Get the help. Mm-hmm. In our description box, we do have a national hotline as far as it's a mental health hotline. Mm-hmm. You can also go to an ER, anything like that. There are so many resources in our country right now.
Yep.
And So, am I a hard ass on this stuff? Absolutely, because over 5 years in AA and stuff, you become a hard ass or you die. That was it. Those are the options, because they will tell you flat out, you either sober up or you die. Yeah.
And that's a hard ass thing that some people just they
Well,
don't want to hear.
When you see somebody that was your friend laying there in a pink silk lined white coffin, it makes it real.
Yeah.
And so this is the energy that we are dealing with right now. And I wish it were warm and fuzzy and cute and everything like that.
But it's a scary type of energy.
It is a scary type of energy. And that's just like, I told Kid, I said, we're going to do Podling Pirate podcast on this. Because the Podlings, that's the little guys that's on the screen here. But I got to pondering that, and I'm like, okay, after these other creatures came in and tore up their shit and stole their people and everything like that, why the hell didn't they start to fight back?
And it's like that,
you know,
that thing. Yeah, you think, but it's also like it's like hamsters.
Or
they
learn
don't
to hide better, or something.
Yeah, they need some sort of better self-defense mechanism, but because they got nothing,
right?
Except for that one little podling that came in the, I guess, what was it? Prequel? Yeah, prequel. Yeah. And the spoon.
He had a little wooden spoon, and by shit, he was learning how to use it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you can do some damage with a wooden spoon. You really can.
Oh, yes.
Ask a lot of mamas out there. They have done damage with a wooden spoon.
I watched a lady whose mama broke a wooden spoon over her head one time.
Oh, now I'm not talking that kind of thing. Not that kind of thing. It's a little rough.
Yeah, she got some trauma because of that.
Well, I can say, yeah. And you're sitting there going, what the hell had she done to get, Oh.
The mother was mentally ill.
Well, that's pitiful. That is pitiful. It really is. But with the podlings, and sometimes as far as so that they could be the podlings and do what they were doing, you got to learn how to bob and weave. Why didn't they have lookouts, even as far as when those big bug-looking things were coming after them?
Because all they wanted to do was play their music and plant their crops.
Yes, and they
bed.
could have done that. But they needed to, like I said, they could have had little sentinels on the hill. They could have, a gong or a horn or something.
They could have.
And then they could have hidden.
They could have dug tunnels under the ground.
Yes, they could have. Because those big bug-looking things couldn't have crawled in those. They were too big.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of things that they could have done.
Yeah. Listen, they're not exactly smart. They're podlings.
They're podlings, and they were just amazing as far as simple. But somebody could have come in and taken care of them. Agra knew all of it.
Well, the Gelfling.
Well, the Gelfling in the thing, they had, they were the warrior class to a degree, and they fell in with the lie that the Skeksis had told.
The original. But the original one. But the one with the Jen and Kira, she lived with the podlings.
Yes.
She protected the podlings.
To a degree, she did. Well, they didn't start really messing with them, I don't think, at that point. No, they always had harvested them, hadn't they?
Yeah. They always harvested
them.
Well,
why the hell didn't she... I mean, and maybe they just didn't realize what was going on.
That's it.
And I think that's what we've got going on right now to a degree, is that people are being fed upon and they don't even recognize it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's just crazy. The energy has been so all over the place. It's been this just exhaustion and yet restless. And it's not just me. Other people I've spoken with, they're doing the same thing.
It's rough when you want to do stuff and you're too tired.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting and spinning and the gears are burning.
It's like one of those flies.
Yeah.
On its back. Going zzz.
Yep. It's on a string.
God, that's a horrible thing. And that was just like they were having what was I was telling you that they were having tonight, the Oscars. Was that what it was?
Yeah. It was the Oscars.
And
let me tell you.
The ridiculousness of that really hit me.
What was it? The Grammys that just passed?
I don't know.
Those were so stupid.
Nobody cares.
And and at this point, nobody really cares just because nobody who deserves to win is winning.
Yeah. And people are seeing that. And it's like, it used to be that you would tune in occasionally if somebody as far as had really done a good job, a good performance, whatever. There ain't nobody out there doing that.
Yeah.
Or that you would look as far as the style and the clothing and the elegance. They ain't none of that neither.
Well, they've always sort of shafted certain artists or whatever until a certain time has passed, and then they get the whatever audience finally after years later. They've been cut from the company. For example, like, oh God, we just learned about them. Well, I've actually known about them. Slow Dive?
Yes.
Yeah, Slow Dive.
Yeah. And that they were just, as far as it was a musical artist from over there in the UK, and that they were ahead of their time.
Yeah, they were just ahead of their time, but they got just shafted and slammed by the media.
Pens.
By the media,
Yeah.
the record companies.
Because they had no vision.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that artists today, they can go online. They can bypass a lot of those gatekeepers. And that's like the media keeps trying to push all this shit about these celebrities and stuff. And nobody cares anymore because they have truly bitten the hand that fed them. Mm-hmm. There's an old saying around here, you don't shit where you eat. And Hollywood and stuff definitely has. A lot of these big corporations, they definitely have.
They have.
They have set themselves up as gods in their own little kingdoms, and people are like, no.
They're fed up with it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is part of the age of Aquarius. I'm hoping. And if it's not, then please, just go ahead and correct me in the comments and go, Orlando, honey, no, you're missing this. And it was just like I had yesterday, and I told Kid, do not name names because we're not trying to shame anybody. Because I am a firm believer in second chances. I'm a firm believer in praying for people and hoping. And now prayer, it's not always an automatic thing. It can take years. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it never does, because if you praying for somebody, that person has free will. And even though God wants the best for somebody, they can certainly slap God's hand away.
Yeah, they can.
But somebody that I used to have, and had listened to for many years.
Ooh.
And they're recently, within the past, 6 months, year, something like that.
It's been within the last year.
Came out with just this mouthful of flat out blasphemy.
Ooh.
And let me tell you something.
Ooh.
I don't care what faith system or belief system somebody has. I am not going to down anybody's belief in anything.
Right.
Because that's not, that is sacred to that individual. And I respect other people enough. I'm not going to do that. I might ask questions. Mm-hmm. But that's not, no. We share what we're not saying you got to do it. No, we don't do that because we've had that done to us. That's why we don't.
Right.
But I thought, okay, I'm going to watch a little bit of something that they have uploaded and see how things are going. And, oh no, no change. No change.
No change. As a matter of fact, it's gotten worse.
It has gotten worse. And that if somebody doesn't subscribe to him, then they doing it wrong.
Someone just made a comment, just a simple comment, and he went off. Mm-hmm. Off.
Well, that's been known to happen. But when you're telling the people
For 5 minutes straight.
that can't afford to subscribe to an individual, and it wasn't cheap, that if they're having to watch on YouTube and other creators that are on YouTube, that is ghetto. Mm-hmm. And that was what he said. That was the term, ghetto. And I thought, buddy, then you better not come to the hood.
Yeah.
Because we know people. We know people. Mm-hmm. Because when you got people, you make connections, you find out. There are things out. And I'm not threatening anybody, but it was just the arrogance. And I thought, nope. I didn't even finish all of it. I did have a kid. I said, come here and listen to this. Tell me if it's just me. And it wasn't just me, was it?
No, not in the
It was
slightest.
worse
It was
than...
very much like watching, I don't know, someone from the cast of Bad Girls Club or Rock of Love, like doing their live streams or something like that. It was that level of just
It was an
drama.
elitist attitude of I'm better than you and this and that and the other. And I'm like, pride, and I've known this for years, and I knew that, pride always comes before the fall. Mm-hmm. Pride was and is, excuse me, the allergies, the original sin. Because when you've got fallen angels, or when you have angels that think that they can do God's job better than he can, no, it didn't work. And there was some ass kicking that happened at that point, and there's some ass kicking that's coming again.
Yeah.
But it was just really sad, and I thought, you're missing it. Because the Podlings had it right. It was about taking care of the plants, taking care of each other. They took care of whatever those grub-looking things were. That was their buddies. Each other. When somebody came into the community, it was just like when Jen came in to visit.
They greeted them.
Absolutely.
Open
they welcomed
arms.
him in. It was feast. It was dancing. It was music.
Mm-hmm. It was. It's just overall loving and accepting.
And let's all be Podling pirates, but we got to have
caring.
we've got to have those guard posts to sit there and go, no, there's shit coming down.
Yeah, have some.
We can issue wooden spoons to everybody. You can pop somebody. Oh, you can pop somebody with a wooden spoon. Mm-hmm. They won't miss it. Yeah. That was one of the things. They do. They do. Especially on the back of the hand. It's just like, ow.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Stop it. Ow.
But
don't do it again.
Yeah. And usually people don't. They really don't. So anyway.
It's a matter of literally being beat down.
Well, no, it's a matter of it's sort of like an exclamation point to a statement. Don't do it. I mean it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Or exclamation point.
Yeah.
As far as the stuff these people got in Hollywood, they ain't got nothing that I would want. Same thing with some of these other places. To do what? Walk around and look silly? No. So that somebody else will say what about you? Think you the shit? Tell you the shit?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
I don't want to be shit. I try to avoid being shit.
You can want to be the shit. You're not just shit, you're the shit.
I try to avoid stepping in shit. But other people try to drag me into their shit. And that's just part of my life journey. So it's just been a really, really odd weekend.
It really has been. It's not fun. The energy is not fun.
No. But that's all right because we're going to have Podling Pirate Party and you're invited. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you want to come
Bring
in
the
and
instruments.
if you want to come in and you want to celebrate with us, you're welcome here.
Yep.
Now, if you want to come in and show your ass, then we'll show you the door.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Podling cast.
That's what we're doing. We're doing the Podling cast. So that's it.
Yep.
Final thoughts on it?
Wooden spoons to all. I had an actual thought, but now I don't remember it.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I stepped on him.
It's all good.
So, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you would like to explain how this energy is affecting you, your observations of how it's affecting others also. Are you now aware of things that you weren't before? Because there is an awakening happening.
There is.
And you can see it more and more and more.
Oh, it's every day.
Uh-huh.
It's every day.
So you can put that, please put those in the comment section, because when we share knowledge with each other, it helps everybody grow. And it's cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yep. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all and have a good.
Know that you are loved. It's okay to be Podling. Be proud to be a Podling pirate.
Yeah.
On this little tiny ghost pirate ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're real. And you are very loved. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.